Oh, decent rotation. Just kind of stumbled off balance a little bit. That's all right. You can go ahead and just shoot at it. It was a 6-pin, I think. Should give you. All right, good balance, good rotation. You probably don't want to get too far away from that spot. You probably want to be so I would probably just same thing, but just maybe project the ball a little bit further right. You know, good job flattening it out. Maybe you want to move like a little bit further left. Take more angle when you shoot it. Even though it's not the 10-pin, anything on the right side. A little far right, but that's okay. We're working on trying to get the ball right, so right is good. Yep, not enough. On your spares on the left side, I would actually move further right and use more of that friction and just kind of hook at them. All right, get to see a 10-pin pickup here. Hey, good form, good rotation. That's how you do it. A little too far right, but you might get bailed out. Yep, made it back to the head pin. That's okay. So what you probably want to do is you either want to move your feet further right, just a touch, like say two or three boards, and that'll get the ball to face up sooner. Or you want to be in that spot and just not get it that far right. You want your target to be 2 or 3 boards left, so it just kind of projects down the lane on a better path. Anytime you leave a spare like that, it's kind of the same principle as missing the 10-pin on the right. You always have to make sure you hit the 5-pin. If you hit it too far left, you're going to chop the 5-pin. I do that a lot myself. So That looks like a good one. It's just so lazy on the back end because of the carry down. That was a good shot though. Like maybe you could move 1 and 1 right of like each frame to just see if you can make it hit a little more flush. But eventually you're just gonna go Brooklyn. So that's kind of the line you want to play. All right, a little too far right again, but it's gonna come back. And maybe there is something to that shot because what you're doing is you're getting the ball right early. I don't know if you want to hear me or not. You'll hear me, but you're getting the ball right early. So what that's doing is that's kind of making the ball hook, but it's kind of blending out its hook. So it's getting it. You're at least getting defined friction. As where you see Darrin's ball, it's sliding in that carry down. He's got more control over the pocket, but y'all are both going about it in different ways, and it's not bad. Yours is just kind of hitting such early friction, you're just kind of burning the ball back to the pocket. He's playing that hold and that carry down and just letting the ball gently face up. Y'all doing good, though. There might be something for just adjusting the angle slightly. Let's see what you do here. I think you want to be a little bit further left. Like, I think that's getting to the right too early. But it's working. So I can't say that's a bad shot. Like, when the lane condition is like that, that might be the shot. You want to err on the side of getting the ball too right too fast. Make it hook. Where Darrin's got enough rotation, he can play the hold. See, to me, this is a great shot, but it's just hitting so light. But he deserves that carry. That's good. And when you have rotation, the higher scoring patterns for the pros and people in general are generally patterns. It's not that they have a ton of hook; it's that they have hold that you can. As long as you can rely on some change in shape and your ball holds, it gets to a spot down the lane and then changes shape, then you're in business. When you have too much hook, sometimes it's hard to control. So like that one, you didn't get it right. You just kind of directed it to the head pin. See, that one's going to hang where normally that might hook a little bit. That's because of the carry down. So maybe when you're on this condition, if y'all see this again, don't take quite as much angle for like your 3.6, your 6.10, your 3.9. You got to kind of square it up a little bit. Your 10 pin, you're fine as long as you flatten it out a little bit. Now, see, that's going to hold to hit Brooklyn, which on when the lanes are reacting like this is probably actually okay. He just missed it a little left off the start. Yeah, he kind of looked like he kind of zipped it a little bit, tried to yank on it a little too much. That's okay. I think because when you're on 3 in a row hitting the pocket light, to me you just keep on keeping on. Keep on doing that. And see, look, that's fine because look, it'll work its way back to the pocket, back to the 5 pin. If you throw that shot every time, you're going to get probably 9 or strike. At worst, you're going to leave a pocket split because there's so much hold, which will suck. But I think you're still in business getting the strike or 9 there. All right, somewhere around 7. Oh, I think we're in business. Oh, okay, now that was ring 10. That was a good shot. And you see, your other ones, they were hitting the friction so early, they just burned out. And there's enough friction basically at 5 or right, close to the gutter, where they'll just shove your ball back to the pocket. That's where the only place there is friction on the lane now because there's so much carry down in the middle. Yep, good technique. It might fall off. Oh, held on there. Held on. Good shot. Good shot. So I think that first shot, that's the shot you want to play. Another good one. Ooh, actually made it hit a little flush. To me, I actually really like that one. Four pins, nothing to be ashamed of. I think he actually on that shot, you managed to kind of piece everything together. You cranked on it, you rotated it a little more, and still managed to project it right. So to me, well, that's kind of like the best of both worlds if you can put everything together. That was a good one. On a normal condition, that might have missed it left because it would have popped off the end of the pattern more. You had just enough hold to make that one hit the pin. Just do what you did last time. Oh, gotta think about it. Pretty good. A little bit further right, so it might come up high. Yep, high, leave a 4-pin. That's okay. Again, and what happens is when you miss it even further right than that, the ball burns up so much that its path basically smooths out. It doesn't overreact because it uses up all of its energy way early. Now, see, I think you want to be further right when you shoot these, because that was not going to make it there. If your feet were about 10 to 15 boards right, and you're basically just throwing it up the 5 board, that's what would work. And to me, that's a more reliable shot all around when you're always going for the 4-pin or the 7-pin. That's pretty good. Oh, more friction, more drive. Hey, good carry, good carry. A little too straight. So yeah, that was even straighter than the last one. And it's like if you don't get the ball going kind of a little bit to the right, then yeah, it's just going to catch up high. I think you'd have more control over the pocket, say if you move like 2 and 1. If you got a little bit further left with your feet, but you were still trying to aim somewhere around 7, 8, 9, that might give you the blend of getting the friction. That might be the blend of hitting the friction and creating the shape. Ooh, too much. But, ooh, bailed out there, got bailed out. That's good because that's indicative of like, hey, I can make a mistake and I can still be okay. That's hard, you know, that's the condition you actually want when you're bowling. When you can't make a mistake and you get punished for it, you know, that's when the condition is hard and you got less to work with. See, that's too straight. You need to be a bit further left or need to get the ball further right. Yep, good spare. Let's say if you had made those other 9 spares, you know, You get at least 10 to 15 pins on your score. So you're at 139 right now. You'd be at like call it 140, 150. Make some of the other spares you missed, and you're in the 160s, 170s pretty easy. See, that's better. You just kind of got it a little further right. It's going to hit weak, but look, that's like that one carried versus, like I said, if you can do that, you're probably going to get 7, 8, 9 every time. And the more you leave yourself makeable spares, the better the chance you have to increase your score. All right, you need to just not get too excited and you just throw a good one. Oh, it's going to be close. A little too high. That one had enough rotation on it. It was slow enough to where it was going to come back. It didn't quite get far enough right to create shape that wouldn't go high, and it wasn't left enough to where it would hold in the oil. So that's kind of, even though it was a great shape, that's what you don't want to do on this condition. I think normally that'd be a fine shot. Uh-oh. Oh. Yep, that was 200 on the dot. Really? All right.